Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are going to be talking about 3 things that weaken our spirit. My name is Jyoti, your spiritual bestie, your spiritual guide, and do not forget to subscribe to my channel so you never miss out on the golden beautiful videos that I upload every single day. And if you would like to book an intuitive guidance session with me, link is in the description. In my session, I will sit with you in your darkness. If you're going through a lot of grief, lot of pain, lot of confusion, you have powering on. There was my Bluetooth. If you have like so much trauma, you cannot process it, I can sit with you and hold safe space for you while supporting you in processing it. Also, I can in my sessions move you through fear and towards clarity, towards confidence. If you're going through a lot of low self-esteem and all of that, check out my description. Okay, I can support you a lot because I have done all these things in myself, moving through so much of trauma, confusion, processing them, darkness, and fear, and low confidence, self-esteem. So I've moved through it all and I can support you through it. And if you would like to bring more healing energy into your life, I highly recommend checking out my magic paintings. I have put my magic paintings on bottles, on fridge magnets, on clocks, wall clocks, on photo stands. So, when you keep my magic paintings around you, you bring so much of good energy, high vibrational, peaceful energies into your life, and good frequencies. Okay, when we are manifesting something, before it practically manifests, it is a energy, it's a frequency. So when you bring my paintings into your life, you're bringing good frequencies, and then in your physical reality, you will start to see all these good things coming for you. Okay, it's hot, but anyway, now let's begin the video. 3 things that weakens our spirit. Number 1, if fish spend time on the land or on the tree, it will weaken its spirit to the point that it will die. If a bird starts to spend time inside the water, like a sparrow or something, it cannot survive more because its wings will become heavier and she cannot fly, and then eventually will be eaten by a snake or something else. All right. Of course, there are some birds that can live in the water and still fly, but there are some birds that cannot live in the water. Okay, I'm talking about those birds. My point is that anything that goes against your unique psychology, biology, if you do that thing, it will weaken your spirit. And as a human biology, there are certain things which does not serve any human, like eating animals. When we look at animal, we don't want to eat it. When we look at fruit, vegetables, we want to eat them because they are so colorful and all. But we have been trained to eat chicken and all these fried foods and all of that. Okay? And when we smell these foods, if you open a packet of chips and you smell it, you don't want to eat it. Because it's refined and all of that. But anyway, when we do something that goes against our unique biology and psychology and all of that, it weakens our spirit. Now, this is something which is wrong for everybody, okay? But there is something which are going to be uniquely wrong with you, for you. For example, for me, I'm a highly sensitive person. So if I spend time around too much negative people who are constantly complaining, constantly criticizing, it's not good for me. Trust me, I cannot sleep properly if I spend, because I'm highly sensitive, but at the same time I have this natural gift of healing the pain of other people. So if somebody sits around me, or if I sit with somebody, I naturally start to heal their pain through my breath. It's something that I naturally do. It's my gift. And so if I am hanging out with just random people without knowing who they are, what their habits are, without knowing what their traumas are and all of that, it's really not good for me. Okay? And that's me. You gotta be aware about your unique self. And how do you come into awareness of who you are when you have spent so much of time, disassociating with yourself, not knowing yourself, and constantly abandoning yourself? It's a slow process. Slowly, when you start to journal, when you start to pray, you will come in alignment with who you are. And some simple steps could be start to doodling, get a color book, start to color for half an hour, start to dance on your favorite song, and journal for half an hour, praying, bringing the colors that you like in your home, keeping your space clean. These are some little things. But number one thing is, you gotta have that intention, like, hey, I want to get closer to myself, I want to know myself. It starts with prayer, with intention. Okay? And then rest, God and universe and higher power will lead your way. Number two thing that weakens our spirit is not like constantly doing things that are not achievable for us in the moment, like setting goals which are not achievable for us in the moment. If you tell a child, like, hey, you need to climb Mount Everest, that child, even though it is capable of doing so many things, like if you tell a 1-year-old you have to climb a Mount Everest tomorrow, even if that is a long term potential for the child, but if you give that child so much in in that minute, and all of a sudden it will overwhelm it. And for me, I'll tell you, when I was changing my habit of eating, changing my eating habits, I quickly too soon gave myself, what, I need to eat 3 meals on time and absolutely perfect, and sleep on time. I overwhelmed it myself, and for 1 year straight I was failing. I could not do it. We should be setting goals, wiser goals. Okay? I'm not saying don't give yourself bigger goal. Even if the goal is bigger, you have to measure it down to the little thing that you can do today that eventually will get you to that goal. So for a child, if you are saying hey, you need to climb Mount Everest, then it should be okay, in 6-7 years, and then for 6-7 years you should be training, you should be learning to, first you should be learning to walk, and then slowly climb little things, and then you can eventually climb Mount Everest. So you have to give yourself, you gotta know how your childhood was. See, if someone has lived a very healthy childhood, meaning their parents were supportive, it was a good environment, loving, warm environment, okay, they did not see poverty and all of that, then for them achieving things is easier. But then if you have went through so much of violence, chaos, and it was always chaotic and violent and abuse, okay, and then people around you were gaslighting you, so it's too much for your brain. So if that is the case, then for you have to set very gentle goals for yourself, very gentle goals. Okay? There was a time wherein the only goal I had to set for my day was taking shower and dressing up and keeping my space clean. I could not do more than that because I wasn't able, because the abuse and the emotional trauma were keeping me just in my bed. I could not be hygiene, clean, eat properly and everything. For many years it was happening. So then suddenly giving myself this big goal of whatever, of making this money and changing my habits, it was too much. So be gentle with yourself, because if you set a bigger goal, I'm not saying bigger goal is bad and and that you are not capable of it. You definitely are capable of it, and you're definitely going to. But initially you gotta be gentle with yourself. Baby steps. Okay. And number third thing that weakens our spirit is listening to music. See, what we listen to has a lot of impact on us. Remember, in your childhood, when you constantly heard people saying like, hey, you cannot do it, you are not capable of it, you are this, you are that, you are up to, you are no good, you look like shit. When you constantly heard these things, it really affected your self esteem, right? What we see, what we hear. So if you are now watching things and listening to music, violent tones, it is eventually going to weaken your spirit. So I have like a playlist called music for high vibrate music for magical souls. In there I put like, the music that has helped me in like going through dysfunctional trauma, healing it, processing it, that harmonious healing music. So you can go listen to that. And there are times when some feelings are very hard to feel, but when you play this music frequencies and symphonies in the background, it really helps you a lot. So these three things: number one is like anything that goes against your unique biology, psychology, that will weaken your spirit. Number two, if you are setting goals too high too soon without any understanding of where you are, and how much you can take, how much you can do, what is your capacity currently, that. And number three, listening to and watching to things that are violent, chaotic, always sad and melancholic. Yeah, but I would also mention that if we are constantly, you know aiming just in our capacity, we never move forward. We have to aim higher. But that is another concept. Right now, if you have went through traumas and all these things and all that chaos, then just be gentle, set gentle goals, and eventually when you heal, you will be able to set goals that are beyond your capacity, but at the same time you have that strong stamina within you to reach that goal. Either it could be some physical goal, some financial goal, some health goal, whatever. So thank you for being here. Subscribe to my channel, comment down below what are your takeaways from this video, and share your stories with me. I love you. I am here for you. Okay, everything is in the description: my intuitive guidance session, my magic paintings, my merchandise. If my video helped you, you can also donate. I would love your and appreciate your donation. Oh, my mic just went away. I was saying, like, I would really love your donations, your prayers, your well wishes. It really will help me a lot.